Unit 1, Wylde Street. In the first instance, we're going to deal with all the external cyclical maintenance items affecting the building that needed to be completed anyway, that are affecting the moisture profile to Unit 1. The first one is that there's a large gap in the wall here behind that concrete ledge above that pipe, and that concrete ledge is funneling water towards the wall and into the hole, which is subsequently affecting Unit 1's bedroom. So in the first instance, we need to repair this wall, repair this concrete slab, seal up the hole into the wall. As part of a cyclical maintenance item, there's at least 5 or 6 heavily corroded brackets to the 100mm PVC pipe that could be replaced with stainless steel brackets at the same time. The air vent that's been installed to the subfloor is not ideal, it's not hooded, but I'd leave that for the time being. I don't think it's letting water into the subfloor or causing any major problems. This rear wall needs to be bagged, epoxied and rendered up to the window height, just to ensure that there's no moisture transfer through the wall. There's a redundant air vent there. It'd probably benefit from being sealed at this stage to stop any moisture penetration of the wall. This passageway here is saturated. It would benefit from being cleaned, epoxy sealed and painted with a waterproof membrane at least down to the corner of the building to stop the moisture penetration of the slab, which is transferring inside the unit. This drain from the upper level drains down onto the slab level, would benefit from being connected above the window to this downpipe on the corner of the building. That would more efficiently dispose of any excess stormwater flowing onto that upper level. Moving down the building, this wall is very porous. You can see the sand coming off the wall as I rub the wall. It's saturated, it's got crazed render. The vents have not got hoods installed. There's a redundant vent pipe off the sewer system. It's been renewed a long time ago. Redundant cast iron 100mm pipes. They've got brackets into the wall in several areas. The render damage behind the pipes that is allowing the wall to get saturated. More uncovered vents. In the first instance, this wall needs to be cleaned, sealed with an epoxy primer and painted to stop the moisture penetration of the wall up to that level where the face brick commences. It'll involve a bit of scaffolding in this narrow passageway and involve some involvement potentially from the neighbours to assist with scaffold erection over that roof. But the unit and the building as a whole would benefit from having this wall cleaned, epoxy primed and sealed, and the redundant air vent and cast iron sewer pipe stripped off the wall at least to that render level, and at a later date we may engage some contractors, abseiling contractors, to come down from the roof and remove the remaining cast iron, because it gets quite high up there and the scaffold will be quite involved. But in the first instance, it needs to be removed at least up to that rendered level so this wall can be cleaned, sealed and painted. As previously mentioned, this passageway needs to be cleaned and sealed. These pots need to be removed to allow the free passage of surface flow of stormwater down this concrete slab and away from the building. On the lower sections of this wall it has some moisture damage. That render needs to be stripped off the wall. Chemical damp proof coarse injection. Maybe a poultice to remove the salts from the brick prior to waterproof render application from that corner round to this face. And potentially extending up to the doorway, but this is a more critical area. There is render damage and moisture penetration and rising damp in these areas, and it would benefit from a chemical external waterproof injection lower on the wall to limit the moisture penetration. This area here will also benefit from being epoxy primed and steel, stopping the moisture transfer into the slab and subfloor of the building.